All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are here live from Gilmore Lanes.
Where are we at? Say it again.
What?
Can you hear me now?
What?
Yes.
Huh? What? We are here live at Gilmore Lanes for the Just Curate Doubles 3 doubles tournament with our special live stream presentation. With me in the booth, as always, the one and only Mr. Todd McGill.
I can't hear you, but hi.
Well, that's because I turned my thing down. Can you hear me now?
I think it's in my headset.
What? Huh? What? Open your ears up.
What?
Right, exactly.
I can sort of hear you. Let's go. Hi,
going?
everybody.
Yeah, Crystal!
Where are we going?
We're going home here in a little while.
All right.
Getting late. And sitting right here in between us, we've got Paul Hall.
Hello.
We're going to switch camera, Paul. You're going to have to look into that camera right there so people can see you. We can wave. Paul's the one in the bright green hat in between the two roses.
It's the manure holding in the flowers.
Oh,
Wow.
boy.
Let me turn the microphone off.
So the tournament / fundraiser today has been great for day one. A little premise behind this tournament. We've done the Just Curate. This is the third year. And this year Paul came to me and wanted to put something together basically through the Good Samaritan Cancer Patient Fund because he is a cancer patient from there, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
And recovering on the mend from stage 4 lung cancer.
Correct.
So he's also our resident unicorn. If you can see his shirt, he'll have to lean forward to show it off. There's a bunch of unicorn jerseys floating around in here, and it's pretty cool. People are wearing unicorn T-shirts, unicorn jerseys. There was a hat walking around in here a little while ago.
My daughter has it on right now.
She's wearing it, and just because you don't hear of people with that go through stage 4 lung cancer, and they actually are sitting here talking to us right now. Paul, you want to tell us, while we get started, a little bit about
just a brief
your story? Yeah.
October of 2021, I had what I thought was just a normal sinus type of situation, coughing, sneezing type of thing. And I didn't really think anything of it because I've had it multiple times through my life. And then my wife said, I need to go see a doctor. I said, well, I got my physical coming up in October. I said, I'll just wait until then. By that time, I had lost almost 40 pounds, and my breathing had become quite labored. So I went in and talked to my family doctor, and she said, I'll give you a Z-Pack and inhaler, see if that works, and if it doesn't, call me. So I ended up calling her. I went to get a lung x-ray done, and I got a call back that evening. She told me I need to go see a pulmonologist, a lung doctor.
Pulmonologist?
Yes. Pulmonologist.
Yes, I can't say those.
That's all right. We got you.
I appreciate it. And I got there, and the doctor showed me the x-ray. Says, you see this? And there was like a black-looking x-ray. I said, yeah. She said, that's a good lung. She showed me my left lung, and it looked like a cloud. I said, is that good or bad? She said, that's horrible. Your lung is not even working. Your lung has been collapsed so much with fluid that you're not even using it for the last 3 months. You were basically living with one lung. And I had so much fluid built up in it, they scheduled me to go get it drained, and I had over a liter of fluid drained from my lung.
Oh, my goodness.
And then 3 days later, I went back in and had another liter removed from my lung. And then they ended up sending me to my oncologist. And within October to December, end of October to the second week of December, I had over 2 liters of fluid taken out of my lung, had a port put in, I had a biopsy done, and in the second week of December I started my first round of chemo. And by the second week of January, I only had done the two sets of chemo, and I had been prescribed a designer medication, which is a chemo medication as well. And my doctor told me at the time I was only 2 of 750,000 people that they treat at TCI to take this medication. And, and I went, wow, and that's where the unicorn came up, because I always kept a good, bright thing to it and trying to be positive. So I always updated my family with what was going on, and I started out, my text was saying, I'm a unicorn, because it was a rare type of situation that I had. And then the unicorn, Team Unicorn, which is now becoming Unicorn Nation, I think, because it's getting pretty big. I sold a lot of jerseys and everything, but the medication had shrank most of the, I think they called them nodules. And I forgot I had a catheter put in also to drain the fluid from my lungs so I could do it at home. And my wife and I did it. And I was continually still draining fluid twice a week for almost a liter each time. And I think within 2 months, I probably drained at least 7 to 10 liters of fluid out of the one lung. But I had that catheter in up until November of this year. Finally got it taken out because the fluid had stopped. The nodules, the spots around my lungs had stopped growing or shrank, and a lot of them shrank small enough that they're no longer visible. Yeah. I'm not considered in remission, but it's stable enough, and I'm actually able to go do pretty much whatever I want to. I still get a little winded now and then, but I'm living my life. I was completely blessed by everything. It was surprising how well everything turned around. I'm back up. I've gained 20 pounds back. I'm at the ideal weight that I want to be at, and doing really well. And when I seen how well I was treated at Tri-Health Cancer Institute, I told my wife, I said, I just feel that I need to do something to help other people. And I spoke to my oncologist, and he said, we can hook you up with Good Sam and TCI, and Good Sam has a patient's assistance program. And they were telling me there's people who can't afford to even get a ride to get a cancer treatment done. And that just ripped my heart apart, just thinking because of what I went through and how quickly I went through and how I got better so quickly that there's just people there that just don't have the opportunity, just the ability to get a treatment done. And I knew one guy that could really help in this situation. I call him the godfather of bowling tournaments in the tri-state area, and that was Todd. I came to Todd, talked to him, told him I had Good Sam and Tri-Health backing me. They wanted to help promote it as much as they could. And Todd openly and graciously said, yes, this is something I want to do. And we spoke about it, and it came to fruition, and I asked Todd to help me, and I wanted to help with the Just Cure It situation too, because I knew that was something dear to him, because it helps a local family who is going through this situation with cancer as well. And
the two fit together very nicely
well,
to run.
And it's been a great collaboration between the two of us. Another guy I got to mention is Bill Lips. He's done so much. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he was the creator of the Just Cure It type of situation.
Him and I started it. He came to me with the idea, and he said, and when there was a bowler, Rob Parker, his wife was going through breast cancer, and as a family they were struggling, and Bill came to me. He's like, we should do something, and we came up with the Just Cure It idea.
And I think it's just tremendous what you guys have done, because that was one of the things that I missed when I was down, when I wasn't able to do anything. Is I helped coach Seven Hills bowling, and I really missed bowling. I really missed being around the kids, because I wasn't able to, because when I was going through chemo, it just kills your immune system, and plus we're still going through the COVID situation, so I couldn't be around anyone. I was isolated for almost a month and a half, 2 months, just sitting at home. But I'm on the mend, There's nothing I really won't. I don't limit myself from doing anything.
Catching some big bass out of
Oh
the
my
pond
goodness!
behind your house.
We moved to Indiana about a month ago, and it has a pond on it, and I spend at least 20 minutes every day fishing, and it's just tremendous. I mean, it's just a peaceful place. It's just something I needed. It was a quiet place to be.
That's nice.
And it's just, things have worked out really well, and I've been blessed. And I think this tournament and the situation that Todd helped me out with, and with Bill as well, this has just, again, been a blessing to me. And I thank Todd for welcoming me in to this type of situation where I can be helpful. And I'm hoping this is something that we can continue to do over years.
This is something that we do every year, and I don't see any reason why we can't just keep running with the same plan and pick a good date next year and maybe think ahead and get it going. Think a little bit sooner and get a good weekend.
Yep.
We just about filled the house every shift today.
That's
about
wonderful.
4 or 6 shy each shift, and there's a good 25 or 30 guys that are gone at state right now that would have been here for almost every shift of this tournament.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
we had 70 teams so far today.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Well, our prize fund's based on 75 teams, so that was a little lighter than what our goal is. The prize fund based on 75, and we have 70 already today.
That's amazing.
Another full day to go and a full shift at noon. We're going to surpass our numbers by quite a bit. So that's what it's about. And like I said, the money is being raised for the Good Samaritan Cancer Patient Assistance Fund and for Libby Niehaus.
Yes. I'd like to thank everyone who's donated and bought jerseys. I think it surprised Todd on how many jerseys I was ordering. It surprised me how many jerseys that I've ordered. I've actually had 3 different styles now. I think the second one was the biggest seller thus far, but really raised quite a bit of money with that. And we have T-shirts. We sold those too. And it just, again, it's been a blessing. I don't know how else to say it, but I wanted to thank everybody involved doing that.
Yeah, I would imagine about every 10, 12 days you were coming to me, hey, I've got about 6 or 7 more to put in.
Yes.
So it's been fun, and I'm sure there'll still be some more people ordering.
Yes.
We've got a couple things going on here and going on throughout the weekend that actually goes to the cause too. One of the first big thing we're doing on this live stream is it's basically a donation raffle, and we're basically, Scott and I are challenging everybody especially everybody in the Bowler HQ page, to donate. What did you just put on there, Scott? $10, $20? $5 challenge to everybody that's in the Bowler HQ group that follows us, and it goes to a specific Venmo that's just for this event. And you can see it on the screen right there. It's Just Cure It 2023. At Just Cure It 2023. We had a few donations earlier in the week when Scott first put it out, but we just had our first donation today. I don't know if he wants me to say his name or not, but we had a $150 donation sent in.
Oh, that's great.
Just a couple of minutes ago as we started sitting here. But here are how it works. If you make a $20 donation, you're going to go in to get a free jersey. It's going to go into a raffle for a free jersey from Bowlify. $25. It's going to go into a drawing for a Sunday night sweeper raffle entry. $30. This should be the grand prize right here, Scott. For a $30 donation, you're going to get the opportunity to go into a raffle to sit in the live stream booth on a night with Scott and myself during a sweeper. I mean, for $30, come on. And it's going for the cause.
You got to bring your own snacks, though.
Yeah, we share, but we're a little stingy sometimes. $50 donation. It's going to put you into a raffle for the Fat Boy Challenge or the Polking South Challenge. $75 donation is going to put you in the raffle to get a free entry into the Ebonite Fall Classic, which has $10,000 added to the prize fund. $100 raffle or higher. We have 2 of these per day. It's going to put you in a raffle for any of the Brunswick brands, a ball of choice donated by Dave Wadka in Brunswick. We have 2 each day to give away, and that's at $100 or more. And then if you donate $150, which somebody just did, they're going to go in every one of those raffles.
That's amazing.
With the opportunity to win some cool things. So that was just Scott and our way of giving back to folks that are helping us.
I think we should do one more.
Uh-oh.
For $200 or more, they get the bull at the tournament with you.
Oh, boy. I don't know. I'm speechless at that.
Pending approval?
Pending approval, yes.
All in favor? Aye.
So, and then the other thing I'm partnered with Bolify, as everybody knows. I work with Bolify. We've got jerseys and hats and all kinds of branded T-shirts and stuff like that here. And on the sales of everything that's made today, Bolify is donating back 10% of the sales to the cause. And if you order a jersey online today or tomorrow only, or 100 jerseys or one, it doesn't matter, you can use the code TMT-BHQ-10. Well, that's going to give you $10 off, and Bolify is going to donate 10% of that sale back to the cause as well. So big thanks to Steve Fairchild as my boss, and to everybody. So I know there's been a couple jerseys ordered already, only because I get notified when a jersey's ordered under one of my codes. So I know there's been a few. I know there was a big order put in last night, $700 order.
Wow, nice.
So I know that was put in last night or earlier today, whatever. So there's a lot of different moving parts here that we're doing. We had a food truck here all day, Pit the Plate barbecue. Just a lot of cool things, and everybody seems to be having a good time. As the day gets a little later, and the
drinks are flowing.
The drinks are flowing. Things start to get a little bit louder.
Split the pot tickets behind us.
Yep, split the pot tickets are going through. We've done it every shift. Been, $75 a shift we're making so far. And so that's been good. And then the first winner donated almost all of it back.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of math to do after we're all finished here tonight and tomorrow night. And then we'll get together next weekend maybe, and we will announce what the contributions were and everything else to each group, and do something probably next weekend.
Math is hard.
Math is hard,
Thank
especially
God for
when
spreadsheets.
when it's green math.
Yes.
So I believe, Paul, you said you're oncologist?
He is.
I'm going to step out and let you guys kind of take over. So I know he wants to share some things. So
See if I can find him. Where you run off to?
he might be at the bar.
I heard that. I think he's going to go back to the hospital.
He's doing shots with the group next to us.
Hey, let me see if I can find him real
Okay.
quick. He may be talking to my wife.
Okay. Again, everybody, this is a special presentation. We're not so much focusing on the bowlers. However, we do have front 8 down here on our right, or to our left.
Mikey Brumley.
Yeah. So we will be panning back and forth, showing some of the bowling, but this is more about giving everyone that could not be here the opportunity to be able to help the cause by donating with the Venmo.
Are they live right now?
Yeah.
One more thing before we switch. We have another guest coming in real quick. You can see the little cards out there hanging from the bottom of the scoring units. All those cards are out there are lane sponsors. People had sponsored each lane for $50. Some folks did 2, and that goes right to the bottom line of the fundraiser. So, 100% of it goes right back to both charities, and it was a great idea. I don't know which one of you guys, if Bill came up with that one, or
I mentioned it to you, but when we started talking together, Bill said, I was going to say that as well, so I'm not taking credit for it. I just say both of us. We split it.
So it was a winning call. So
yes, it worked well.
So sitting in the booth with us, Scott stepped out for a moment, right over that way on that camera.
There's the camera.
We've got Paul's oncologist with us. He has a name. It's not just Paul's oncologist.
I'm Dr. Andy Parchman.
Dr. Andy Parchman, right?
Yes.
Did I say that right? Okay. Welcome into sitting in and coming out and joining us today for a little while. I guess are you on lunch break, going back to work tonight?
Well, absolutely. I'm really happy to be here to support Paul in this fundraiser. I think it's a fantastic group that you all brought together today. And actually I was working all day, so I'm a little bit late, but I'm glad I got here in time for this. So
we've been working all day too. It's
yeah.
fine.
I thought this was play, right?
What's that?
I thought this was more like fun and playing, right?
For them, yeah. So, but yeah, this has come together nicely. You saw in the bar on the pool tables all the door prizes, or not door prizes, but raffle baskets, and bowling balls that were donated to help raise some money. And I know that's doing very well because I was checking in on that a couple different times. So yeah, it'll be great to see at the end of this tomorrow where we get to. That's what it's all about, and seeing where the outcome is at the end of the tournament. Slash fundraiser.
So I was really happy when Paul told me about this, because I think I've known you for a year or so now, right?
It'll be 2 in October.
2. So, and about 6-8 months ago, we've always talked about bowling when he's come into the office as I've gotten to know him, and I've know it's been something that's really important to him. Bowling with his family and also coaching. And when he floated the idea about doing a bowling fundraiser, it's the first time I've gone to one of these, and I thought it was really a tremendous idea. And Paul, with you dealing with lung cancer, that's something that we don't have that many fundraisers for, where people come together. And in the United States, breast cancer is the most common cancer. Lung cancer is the second most common, but it's the biggest cancer killer out there. And we're always all about raising awareness and bringing people together to try to help support families and the community.
Well, and we could see, I was just looking around, I just looked that way. Down in the very last lane has got Jeff Rickenbach is bowling. He bowls in it every year. He's got the jerseys from, I think that's the first year.
Okay.
So we do a different jersey each year. Is basically the official jersey. Paul's got 3 of them because he just couldn't make his mind up. But he came up with 3 really cool ideas. All 3 jerseys are really nice. So, and that all helps everything that we're doing. So, I mean, one thing, and you're not a bowler, not around the bowling scene.
Well, I have a lot of fun when I bowl, but I think I would have a pretty large handicap.
More of a recreation kind of fun thing. But one thing is, someone's, okay, there it is, the breast cancer one from the first year.
This guy's on the front 9.
Oh, he'll be up here in a second. But one thing that I've learned over the years, and everybody else who gets around the bowling group, is everybody is a big family, and everybody will get together. I mean, there's been tons of people here from Columbus that drove down to bowl today. Same thing tomorrow, and they follow and they get behind these causes, and it's good to see. And the bowling community is, like I said, it's a big family, and we're all here for each other.
I wanted to say this because when we first started talking about bowling, as I call him, my superstar doctor, Dr. Parchman, he wasn't really knowledgeable about bowling, pro bowling type situation. And he came in one day, when I came in one day for a treatment or a checkup, he's like, yeah, I watched a little bowling. It was, guy threw the ball odd, but he had really big puffy hair.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we know who this guy is.
Yes.
I said, yeah, that's Kyle Troop. So it was kind of funny that was kind of our link starting there. And I was telling him about how it turned into Team Unicorn. 297. No,
280. They had a 410.
Okay.
Still a nice game for Michael Brumley. Good start.
But it was kind of like the catch there with Kyle Troop. And then when I started Team Unicorn type of situation, actually it kind of goes back to my coaching with the Wilson family, Randy and Robin.
They'll be here tomorrow bowling.
Yes. And we had a match actually here against Cincinnati Christian. And I came in, and we were getting ready for the start, and Randy breaks out unicorn horns that go over the top of the heads, and all the kids had them on, and that's where my hat came from, is Randy gave it to me.
I gotcha.
And then it became Team Unicorn, and Randy had jerseys when we went and bowled an adult youth tournament up in Beaverview. And on the sleeve, I think you remember them, it had the little unicorn that says, "Be the Unicorn."
Yeah, I know who made those.
And that was the start of everything. And so I wore the jersey in one day, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Yeah, I got a jersey." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "That's really nice." And then I told my wife, I said, "I got to get him one."
Yeah.
And I got him one for his birthday.
Nice.
And
Now I wear it every time I bowl, and I get over 100.
Every time.
Hey, we're getting better, right?
Every single time.
Yeah.
No, bowling is a game that pretty much anybody can play, no matter the age or whatever. Almost anybody can get out and enjoy it, and it's good exercise. Doc, you may not know this, but bowling 3 games is equivalent to walking 1 mile.
Okay.
So, something to pass along.
Yeah.
Go out and bowl a few games. It's just like going for a walk.
Yeah.
So,
I forgot what I was going to say. Step on my toes if I'm wrong. The unicorn thing, which I already talked about, was the rarity. Was it the rarity of the cancer that I had, or the rarity of the medicine that I was taking?
So a little bit of both.
Okay.
Lung cancer's always had like this really bad rap, as a really bad disease. And, in the past we kind of thought everybody with lung cancer was the same. And we only had really one treatment for them, which was chemotherapy. And like in the last 10 years or so, as we've really started to understand the genetics that cause cancer to happen, we've gone from one disease into many different types of lung cancer that we've developed these different treatments for. And so, within lung cancer, the type you have is a 1%. And, in this region, through all our
1%.
hospital systems, we probably see maybe 2 or 3 people a year with your particular type of lung cancer. But we've been able to develop these pills that work really well to kind of turn it off. And, that's one of the things that makes it so rewarding for us is, you weren't feeling so well when we first met.
Right.
And we talked about a lot of difficult things, but then we came up, with this pill that you're taking that has, really knocked this down. And you're out, you're bowling multiple times a week. You're out, working. You're, going to church and mowing grass. And I think it's just a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, the unicorn theme. Certainly
I didn't even know I was that much of a unicorn.
Well, now I'm going to have to order another jersey and put a unicorn on the back of it. There you go.
You can get the new one. I think it would look good on you.
That's the one. If I'm going to order one, that's the one I'm going to. I already have the one that I bought originally, the ebonite, the little white one. So,
Doc, I may have to get you a new jersey too.
Well, your wife was showing me a couple different ones that you have, so I was thinking we could outfit the whole family and we'll all go bowling together.
There we go.
That would be good.
Yeah.
we know a guy.
Yeah, that's why I was telling him all the time. Someone say, "Hey, can I get one of those jerseys?" I said, "Yeah, I know a guy."
Yeah.
And every time he says something about, "Hey, you want me to?" Yeah, I know a guy that can do that. And it was Todd.
It's actually what I do for a living. I work for the company that makes these jerseys. And then this is all part of it. The tournaments and the live stream is all part of the same collaboration into one, basically.
All right. And that's Bolify?
Bolify,
All right. Well, I can tell you all do an excellent job of bringing people together.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of pestering people. It's a lot of social media presence and reminding them often. And but I think out of every team that was signed up for today, we did not require anybody to pay a deposit, which some tournaments you have to. Mm-hmm. Nobody paid a deposit. Everybody showed up at one team today, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because we started signing up, folks are having people sign up 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Better.
I think it was a little better, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and everybody, like I said, and we had people walking in every shift. We added 4 or 5 teams to what was actually on the list each day, or each squad today. So, definitely a very good day.
And it brings it back to, again, what you were talking about, which made me more than happy to be along with the Just Curate type of thing. It's a bowling family. Yeah. And that's what I consider it, because when my daughter was growing up and going through youth leagues, we had 3 different families. We had a bowling family, our parental family, our family unit, and then we had our church family.
Yeah.
But they're all different families, and bowling is just around this. This is again what this is. Yeah, they come for the tournament, but in the process, they're donating to 2 good causes.
Yes. Well, I mean, if it wasn't for the bowling business, I met my wife through the bowling crowd, and met my best friend other than my wife through the bowling crowd. And I mean, don't tell him who I'm talking about. He doesn't need to know that. He'll get a big head. But
He can edit it if he needs to.
so and we actually had just reached out to Lance McAllister last week before, and he had me on the show the other night. Had a good 5 or 10 minutes to talk about what we were doing today, and have that on his, and he put it on his blog too. So it's fun, the promoting side of this, and then this part of it that we're doing with the live stream is probably our most favorite part of it. Doing it all, and then watching it when it all unfolds, and then when it's at the end. Okay, what do we come out of this? And every time it's worth it. So for what we're doing, so that's why we keep coming back.
I've been impressed with the gentleman over here I've seen who's throwing a two-handed, and he keeps getting strikes. I haven't seen that before.
The two-handed thing is as the kids are growing up and watching the high school kids that are through, there's probably more two-handers than there are traditional one-handed bowlers. Yeah. Tyler's the one you're speaking of here, I'm sure. He's only been bowling for a handful of years.
Maybe he jinxed him.
Yeah, no, I did. Way to go, Doc. Jinx, way to go. But he picked it up. He's been doing this for maybe 3 or 4 years, and he's gotten to where he's one of the elite bowlers in the area. In a very short time. But he's worked very hard to get there too. But yeah, you got Sean over there on 21. I bowled against his father when we were kids.
Wow.
And he's just as good, if not everything that his dad. He's got, the kid's got 60 or 70 perfect games already. He's 25 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but yeah, we have fun with what we're doing, and like I said, it's a big family, and everything seems to be working very well this weekend. And I expect tomorrow to be even better. Whole different crowd of people tomorrow.
Yeah.
On paper anyway. There'll be some that'll come back, but it's pretty much a different crowd of folks tomorrow, and we'll do it all over again.
You spoke about them coming down from the Columbus area. There's a guy that's actually coming tomorrow that wants to bowl all 4 shifts. Was coming without a partner.
He's coming from Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Yeah.
I knew it was.
Columbus guy was here today.
Okay.
He messaged me at midnight last night.
Is that just bowling family connection, or?
I've never met him. I never until today.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. He messaged me at midnight and said, "Hey, I'd like to come down and bowl the 9:30 and 12 o'clock shift. Do you think you can get me a couple bowlers to bowl with? I'm not going to drive down if I'm not sure." And I said, so I just made a social media post and said, "There's a guy that wants to come down. He wants to bowl at 9:30 and 12. Anybody game to join in with him?" It wasn't a minute.
Yeah.
And someone snagged the 9:30 spot to bowl with him, and then he stayed and bowled at noon. I found him a bowler at noon. The guy tomorrow, he's coming from Michigan, and he's going to bowl all 4 shifts. I found him a bowler for every shift of the day. So from Michigan to come down and support.
Todd's being a little not taking credit for it, because, like I said, he's like the godfather of bowling tournaments and sweepers and stuff. And normally when he puts something out, people come. And it's just amazing, because when you were at Coleraine, I know it started out small, but then when you started doing the sweepers there, they just got huge.
Yeah,
and
that was I had a good platform there to grow myself in the business, and then also to grow the brand of the tournaments, because it was just the perfect location. And Coleraine, when we lost Coleraine in June, when they closed up, I got lucky to get the deal, or fortunate to get the deal with Bowlify, and then take tournaments and travel.
Yeah.
I travel all over the place now doing these things. And the guy from Columbus knows us, knows of us because we've been in Columbus several times. I haven't been to Michigan, so I don't know where they came from, but we're all friends as far as tournament directors all around, this region, and we all talk together. So that's just how it works.
It's the family thing again.
Yeah, Lauren just put rest in peace Coleraine Bowl. We miss it, and we do. Lauren's over there. She's the one selling all the T-shirts and jerseys today, and she's probably got an earpiece in listening. She needs to look.
How much of a delay is it?
I'll let you know here in a second. Oh, there she is. She's part of our team and travels around and does some tournaments, all the tournaments. We do something every weekend.
Yeah.
This is an all-year-long job for us.
So you're going all around, kind of regionally here?
Yeah, we stay more in the Cincinnati base. Basically, I work here part-time here in this bowling center. So this is kind of our home spot.
Base. I'll have to explain that to you when we're done.
Yeah.
She just missed the 5-pin. I'll explain it to you later.
So and then we travel between, and it's kind of, I'm getting a little further out each time I make my schedule, and I schedule 3 or 4 months out. So the first group when I started it was all very local, Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, and then we started getting up to date, and we went to Coshocton, Ohio here a couple weeks ago. That was a blast. Not just up in the middle of nowhere, but man, there was good people in there. And then this whole summer tour that we have has a whole lot of Dayton and Columbus in it, and then just continue to grow it a little bigger. And that's part of the Bowlify plan with the Bowler HQ that's on my shirt, which is going to be a full tournament program that's going to help people be able to run any tournament however they want. And make it easier for them, which is kind of, they have their IT folks, but they're running it based off how we do our tournaments, which is kind of cool that they chose me to do such a thing. And,
yeah. Well, you do a good job at it. Why wouldn't they keep you around?
But I enjoy it, and I have fun. And so, when you enjoy what you're doing, it makes it a lot easier.
Yes.
So I know Paul's been working with high school students a lot.
Yeah.
Are you guys engaging with high school students and college students to get them into the sport?
Well, one of my main focuses when I'm doing this part of it is I sell jerseys, and I reach out to high school coaches, high school athletic directors to get them put in jerseys for their season. And that was what my main focus was when I first started in July. And then when the high school and college season got around, I was ordering jerseys for folks in Louisiana and Oklahoma, and literally all over the country. And that's one thing that I do as far as ordering. But we do have a few tournaments. Like we have one coming up that's an adult youth tournament. So it's a mom and dad or and a child, whatever, bowling together. I have run a couple different tournaments that were just youth. And yeah, you got to show. We do just seniors too. So you got to get. We do some that are just ladies. So we try to work around and show the love to everybody.
And then your sweepers too. I believe that the
youth
bowlers can bowl in that as well. But that money would go to what's it called?
It's called a smart fund.
Smart fund. It would go towards college money that way. They can't, as a high schooler, they cannot receive prize money. So it has to go into the SMART account that goes towards college or furthering their education.
Yep. So that's something that's pretty neat. We can do that for the kids. And when they're in their season, they're not allowed to bowl our tournaments because it is a prize money type tournament. But when their school season's out, man, those kids come out like crazy. Yeah. Especially when we go up in the Dayton area, those kids up there just like to bowl.
Yes.
We'll get 100 folks every Sunday at 6 o'clock Sunday evening, and probably 25 of them are youth bowlers between the age of 13 and 18 coming out to compete. And that's good. That's good for them. It gets them exposure out on the lanes, and it teaches them. You bowl around the better people, it makes you better.
Yeah.
I've always felt that anyway. If you're around better people, it's going to make you a better person. And it's the same way learning a game or whatever. That helps you step things up a little bit. Hopefully you learn the right things from these folks, because there's bad habits out there too. So yeah, we do try to help with the youth program and try to build that up as well.
was gonna say, get somebody on a string over there.
No,
No,
it's
just a
checking to
four.
see. Yep. Looks like they're struggling a little bit on the pair to our left.
Yeah.
They've
Fell off a little bit, hadn't they?
well, there's probably a group of four we shouldn't have put right in front of the bar.
Oh.
Should have made them walk a little further forward.
Work some of it off.
No, they're friends. I've known all of them for many years.
Okay.
They don't care if they win or not. They came out to have fun.
That's what I was telling him. I said, I call it
People
fun,
want to win. Don't get me wrong.
a fundraiser. You have fun, but
Right.
there's people that also want to win, which I understand.
I got a guy here waiting for me. You guys want to talk for a couple of minutes about anything? And I got to help him real quick, and I'll be back in just a few.
All right, Paul, we'll put you in charge.
Put me in charge, so am I going to interview you? Okay. I'm sure Scott has questions. We got the better side back now.
I don't know about that. Oh, wait.
Yes, you do.
I got a left-handed headset. Hang on a second. Okay, that's much better. So I don't know what you guys have been talking about because I was left out in the dark over there, but we got some pretty good bowling going on here.
Yeah. We getting any donations coming in other than that?
I'm not sure. Those pop up on Todd's.
Okay.
Yeah, on his email.
Now we talked a little bit about the youth bowling and how it's a bowling community. It's more of a family than those who are actually involved in it. They come connected between different people. I mean, they come to know different people, and then they bowl together with different people, and again, it becomes a family type of situation. And then we're talking about his kind of introduction to pro bowling when he was through Kyle Troop.
Okay.
He watched him, and he came in when I came in for a treat, and he was talking about, I seen this guy that throws the ball really weird with two hands and got big puffy hair.
That big afro.
Yeah.
Every time I turn on the TV and turn bowling on, it was always Kyle Troop who was on, so I knew something was going on there.
He's definitely a really good player.
Yeah.
So if you have any pool and you can get one of his hair picks, I know a doctor that might like one.
I don't have the hair to do it.
Yeah, but you can still pick it out if you need to.
I'm going to throw the bat signal out. Kyle lives down in Louisville now.
Yeah, I know.
And Jeremy Thomas, if you're listening, we got a mission for you. We know Kyle's worked with you on a tournament here in the past.
I'll hook you up,
See if you can hook us up with a hair pick.
That'd be awesome.
Autographed hair pick
Oh, that'd be even better.
for the doc here.
Yeah.
Again, folks, this is a different live stream than what we're used to doing. This is more of a telethon fundraising event. You'll see scrolling across the top. We have the Venmo code available there at Just Cure It 2023. You can donate any amount, and anything would be greatly appreciated if you can. Since you're not able to join us here at the event. But if we have some benchmarks going across the top. If you donate $10 or $20, you'll be entered in a Bowlify jersey raffle. $25, a Bowler HQ TMT Bowling Sunday Night Sweeper entry raffle. $30, which, this is probably one of the best ones out there, is you'll be put in a raffle to sit in the booth with Todd and myself during one of our events.
It's worth the $30.
And it goes to a good cause also.
Yes.
So everything here is going towards our cause.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you're fundraising for today?
So, Paul, go ahead. That's your area.
I came to him because I knew it was, I actually came to the doctor and asked him about it if he had someone that I could do this for. And he mentioned the Tri-Health Cancer Institute, which is also involved with the Good Samaritan Hospital Patients Assistance. That's where the money that I will receive, which is half of the proceeds, and the other half will go to Just Cure It, which is something that Bill and Todd came up with, which was the other half will go to someone directly in the bowling community family that's been affected by cancer, and to help them along their way of whatever they may need. Again, it was when I was speaking, I think it was with you, or it may have been, I can't remember the lady, Tina. She's the one that told me that the fact that there's some people that just don't have money for a ride to get treatment done, and that's what really ripped my heart, and that's why I wanted to get involved in this, and I just think it was a great situation. Now, Scott may be able to tell you more of the past recipients of the Just Cure It type of thing. I was there last year when the young man had testicular cancer.
Yes.
And I didn't come to the first one. I knew that was that another lady that was dealing with breast cancer at the time?
Yeah. So the way it's set up is there's an entry fee for the tournament, and a portion of the money goes towards the prize fund for the tournament, and then a portion of the entry fee goes towards the Just Cure It cause, and then the Team Unicorn, which is for the Good Samaritan charity.
Yeah.
The first year that it was done, it was a local bowler suffering from breast cancer, and the funds are given to them to help them offset some of their medical costs and transportation to get back and forth, treatment and stuff like that. And then last year was a young man, very young man, suffering from testicular cancer. He's actually a bowler. He's a very good bowler. And then this year, as Paul mentioned, it's another local bowler with breast cancer. So again, it's to help those families offset some of their medical bills and whatever they may do. Because obviously, being out of work due to the treatments and stuff like that.
This is worth $91.
It's Todd's way and Bill's way of giving back to the bowling community, and that's what we like to do. We love to put on these tournaments. We love to do the live streams and have fun, but we love giving back to the community.
Well, I think they're both, fantastic, charities that you're doing. Cancer is one of those things that doesn't discriminate against people. We see people who are in their 90s who get it. We see people who are really young and get it, and it takes a whole team of people to take care of them. But it also affects the patient who needs their whole team, a family, and everyone around them. And it's stressful. And I work for Tri-Health and Good Samaritan Hospital, and one of the reasons I really like working there is we have a faith-based mission to take care of everyone, and so. We take care of CEOs of companies, and we take care of people who don't have any insurance, and we treat everyone the same. And a big part of that is making sure that we support them as they go through their journey, and it affects everyone different. And the mission of the Good Sam Foundation is to try to help bridge that gap with patients. And sometimes it's rides, sometimes it's helping out with with bills and things. Sometimes it's connecting them with different services, but. I think we all get a lot of satisfaction of working out with that group.
And every little bit helps. Just those families are struggling, and not only from maybe a monetary, but physically, mentally, emotionally. It's a lot of stress on a family. I've been part of. Had family members, suffer from cancer, and unfortunately lost the battles and stuff like that. And it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So, and if you can't donate, say a prayer. For those out there suffering. We know everybody's financial situation is different, and it's an if you can help.
Yes.
It's greatly appreciated.
Yes.
And that's part of what we're doing here this afternoon. It's just, trying to help the cause a little bit more for those that cannot participate or stop by. We've had plenty of people stop by today, just not bowling, just they're here to purchase some raffle tickets for the baskets, stopping by, talk to friends and family that are bowling, just to participate, to be part of that community, the close-knit community that bowlers create.
I had a couple friends that weren't bowling that came all the way from Alexandria, Kentucky, just to stop by and see us, and they bought some of the raffle tickets and split the pot and everything. But it was one of my friends that I grew up with. He was the best man in my wedding. But he's gone through a lot too, health-wise. He's a bigger gentleman, so his body's kind of beat up. But him and his wife came out, and a couple other guys. Again, it goes back to the bowling community. Guys I bowl with that no longer bowl came over just to see it and help support us. And again, like you guys were speaking about, it's anything. And like I was telling people when they were donating stuff for the raffles or whatever, it says, I don't care what it is. I appreciate whatever it is. You're giving it from your heart to help other people, and I just think that's tremendous.
I believe there were some volunteers from the hospital.
Yeah, there was one lady that came today. Her name was Marcia, and I can't remember what her last name was. Really great young lady. She only stayed for one shift. She helped split the pot. Her and my wife did split the pot together. She's an official member of Team Unicorn now because I passed on a T-shirt to her.
Nice.
And the doctor over here, he's got the jersey and the T-shirt now. So
he's a VIP.
I wear it proudly.
And he wears it proudly.
He's a VIP.
Yes. He's as I call him, my superstar, because that's the way I look at him, because he's handled everything greatly. He's been totally honest to me, and he would ask my opinion, and my thought was, and I tell him, I said, I'm not the doctor, you are. So I put all my trust in him, and everything has worked out great. I get to see him again in a couple of weeks for another checkup, so hopefully everything goes well then as well. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's been our pleasure, but it's definitely not just me, because taking care of these problems is a team sport.
Yes.
And so the nurses and the MAs and the people in the labs and the pharmacists.
Well, you're the face of it.
Together.
You're the face of it. That's sort of like a quarterback in a football team.
Yeah.
They get all the glitz and glory, and then they get blamed for everything too. So.
Yeah, Doc's like the coach.
Yeah.
He's the organizer of the bigger team below him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and thank you for the work that you do, Doc.
Absolutely. I'm just happy to be here with you all today.
We appreciate you coming out. But when I heard that Paul had asked you to come out and you were coming, I thought, well, that's great. I mean, that's awesome.
He's not just my doctor. I consider him a friend as well. So.
And that's important, and to have that kind of relationship with your doctor, to have that trust, and it has to make you a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, absolutely. I've told him before. It's funny because I think it happens anytime a guy goes to the doctor with his wife. The doctor asks a question and the guy answers it, and then he'll look at the wife to see if he's telling the truth.
See, that's what I do.
It's funny because I'll see him do it. I'll say, and he'll ask me if I'm doing this. I'm like, yeah. And then he go and look at my wife. And I'm like, yeah. And my wife also mentions, he's getting okay from me every time he asks you a question.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I know.
So she's kind of sitting behind you a little bit where you can't see. And
she's sitting next to him. He isn't hiding it at all. But no, I don't hide anything from him, and he doesn't hide anything from me. It's a good open relationship we have, and again, I consider him a friend as well. And yes, he is a VIP of Team Unicorn.
There you go. It's good to have friends in high places
It is.
like that.
Him, Todd, you.
There you go. Todd's the leader of this circus.
Main clown.
I just drive the little car.
Let him out every once in a while.
You should see us all get out of his truck. Not only do we have the bowlers, and people buying raffle tickets and split the pot tickets or not, but we've got lane sponsors.
Yes.
We've got 21 lane sponsors here out of the 24. And thank you to all the lane sponsors. Bill Lips took care of organizing all that. Just real quick with Insight at Brian Himmler's Pro Shop. I know Team Unicorn is out there.
Or down the far end.
Yeah, West Covington. Some insurance companies, State Farm, Lanybug, Bead Creations, Summit Bowling, Miami Valley USBC, TMT Bowling, Pat and Chuck Edmondson, the proprietors here at Gilmore.
Randy and Robin Wilson, they're the head coaches for Seven Hills. They bought one as well.
Yeah, Bowler's Edge Pro Shop is another one. I apologize if I leave somebody out, but I cannot see all the signs.
Summit
Bowling, yep. But thank you to all of them for coming forward with a donation as well. If you're out there, be sure to support these local businesses. They're helping support the bowling community, and the least we can do is turn around and support their business.
Yes.
Just like the food truck, Pit to Plate Barbecue.
Really good food.
It was really good. It was really good.
Is that out there now? Or
Yes.
is it there all day?
It's
all the way up until you got here. You ran them off.
Oh, she left. I didn't
Probably
realize she
for
left
dinner,
already.
Oh, you hadn't had dinner? It was actually very good.
She'll be back tomorrow.
Back tomorrow?
Back tomorrow.
So I know you're busy tomorrow, but if you get hungry, you can stop
Everybody
by.
likes barbecue, right?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Oh, it's pulled chicken, pulled pork.
Pulled beef. I had the beef. The beef tastes like pot roast.
I had the beef also.
It was
really good.
delicious.
Mac and cheese was pretty good too.
Yeah.
But check them out. I believe they're in Mount Healthy. I believe they have they either used to or they still do have a regular restaurant.
Yeah, I'm
Along
not
with-
sure.
Yeah, it was in Mount Healthy. I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but if you see them out on the road, Pit the Plate Barbecue.
Really good.
Stop by. Tell them TMT sent you. Well, also, I almost forgot, Brands of Brunswick Bowling donating 4 bowling balls to our special live stream presentation. And also Steve Fairchild and Bowlify with what Bowlify is doing this weekend, donating 10% of the merchandise purchased here and 10% of jersey raffle, jersey sales using that code TMTBHQ-10. It's not just there to take up space on the screen, folks. If you're looking for some jerseys, Bowlify.com. Use that promotion code there on the screen. That'll get you $10 off your jersey purchase. So we are ending game 2.
Yeah.
Getting ready to start game 3. Some teams are a little further along than others.
With all my jersey sales, and I know there's quite a few people here with the jerseys or T-shirts on. I had a thing going today, which was if you showed up with a unicorn shirt or jersey or anything, you got put into a raffle to possibly win another jersey.
Nice.
So it's going to be today and tomorrow. So I know more people are coming out tomorrow, I'm sure. But you get a ticket for every shift you bowl as long as you have the jersey on. And right now it's odd because I'm sure they're going to say it's fixed. Probably one of my best friends has bowled all 4 shifts, so he's got 4 shots at it.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
I might get me a T-shirt, or I'll be here for 4 shifts tomorrow.
hey, you get a shot at it.
Does that count? I'm not bowling.
Do you need another jersey?
I always use a shirt.
There you go.
What design is it?
Any of them you want?
I kind of like the skull one that you have.
I'll hook you up. I know a guy. I just need to get your size back from you again.
Yeah.
Was it a large?
Yeah.
Okay. You want your first name on it, or just?
No. I think we're going to outfit the whole family. I think that's a good plan, so we can go out and bowl together,
Okay.
right?
There you go.
Okay. Just let me know the sizes and everything, and I can take care of it for you. You now have my cell phone number.
Yep.
We're coming like besties now.
Pretty soon you'll have him bowling a league.
I wouldn't mind bowling league with him.
There you go.
Of course, they do have adult youth leagues. You can bowl with one of your kids.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. But people get mad at me when I only make it to one every so many games because I'm getting pulled away for work or whatnot.
Yeah.
True.
That'd be tough, yeah. But if you do adult youth league with your kids, your wife can sub for you. She can take them in bowl.
I know where there's one on Wednesday nights.
Right here.
Right
huh?
here. Right here, Gilmore. Starts the end of May.
It's been a while, but I think I bowled here several times back when I was in high school. So a couple years ago.
So have you improved since then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And, all those muscles I got, I got good spin on it.
Yeah.
While we're talking about bowling, don't forget we will be back here tomorrow starting at 9:30.
9:30.
Noon, 2:30, and 5 p.m. There are still openings in every shift. The noon shift is close to being full. I believe there's only 2 spots left.
Yes.
$50 a bowl or $100 a team. Come on out, have a good time, support a great cause.
Yeah. And the prize fund is great. The first place will get $1,000, which is amazing.
Yep.
I mean, and right now we're paying up to 15 spots, and 15th gets double their money back. So.
Correct. Yeah, Todd's always really, really good at putting prize lists together. And again, there's basket raffles, split the pot. We're running brackets. We've got jackpots for some side action. The bar will be open.
I think with the raffle, there's 8 bowling balls in there. And
there's a lot.
Yeah, and I know there's at least one 14-pound. So women or people who throw lighter balls like myself.
Well,
I always put my tickets in that one. No, so I should go heavier.
No, you should be fine with that. I throw 14. So.
He probably wants you to put him in the ones he's not in, so he has a better chance of winning.
That 14-pound ball, I don't know who it was. They just unloaded on that thing. I mean, it's got a lot in it. But there's everything in there for you. I mean, there's like I said, bowling balls. There's a lottery basket, which has a significant amount of lottery tickets in it. I know that because my wife bought it.
There's the dinner train gift certificate.
That's for $50.
Yeah. Leany Bug Beat Creations has a basket in there. There's a Scentsy basket. There's a nail polish basket. I'm sorry, I don't know everyone that donated, but again,
there's a good variety in there.
There's some tumblers that were handmade tumblers.
But you can win for just a mere $1.
Yep.
It's $1 for ticket, or it's $6 for $5.
There's an open bowling package
Yes.
from Gilmore. There's a tournament entry, I believe, possibly for the dueling duelo.
There's gift certificates to either pro shops, or there's actually a gift certificate for an MMA class if you're interested in that at all. I mean, there's a lot of variety in there. All the proceeds goes to the 2 different charities, and it's much appreciated. As I said earlier, every little bit counts, and we talked about that as helping someone out.
So is that a basket for a mixed martial arts class? MMA?
Yeah,
that was in there too.
It's a $50 gift card and a T-shirt.
Are you coaching it?
No, it's actually again, it's the bowling family guy I've known for years. He's gone to MMA, and he's as old as I am, and his body's starting to break down, but he's still involved with it. So he got a hold of one of his friends who runs the place, and he gave him the shirt and the gift card for $50.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good variety in there. I don't know if you're into the MMA type of stuff, or your
I wouldn't
kids.
want to hurt anybody,
That'd be kind of rough on a doctor, Well, I guess if they start getting rough on you, you got to be able to take them down.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
Well, then he'd have to take care of them.
Yeah.
Hey, that works.
Right.
There you go.
Keeps me in business.
Take them down and then get paid to fix them.
Job security. Oh, by the way, we're going to send you to Try Healthy ER.
Sorry, I put you in a chokehold and had to revive you. That'd be $1,000.
Oh, folks, again, if you would like to help out, you can use the special Venmo code on the bottom of the screen at JustCure2023. Any amount is greatly appreciated. However, we do have some benchmark amounts that'll enter you in a raffle scrolling across the top of the screen. We will give those away tomorrow. And the donations for those benchmarks are only good while we're on the air. So if you want to get in those raffles, you have until the end of the live stream.
Yep.
And we're about halfway through Game 3, so time's ticking.
I need to step out just for a second because I got to draw the winner for the jersey.
Gotcha.
I'll be right back.
We'll just rotate the headsets around. Bring the boss man back in here. Again, folks, also don't forget the Bolify code on the screen. $10 off a jersey order. TMT-BHQ-10. That code is good for this weekend only to get $10 off that jersey. Plus, Bolify is going to kick back 10% of all those sales to the charities. So, while you were away...
Gonna get the mic for the announcement.
Go ahead.
So while you were away, Paul was trying to convince the doc he needs to join a league.
Yeah, why not?
And I'm going to find a doubles league, and you guys can bowl together.
Well, there's a double league available on Friday night here at Gilmore Lanes, but yeah, I'm not bowling in that one.
Oh, yeah?
No. I'm trying to make my way back into it. I haven't bowled a league or anything competitive in about 2.5 years, and I'm trying to...
Well, that'd probably make us an even match, right?
Probably.
Well, plus the doc's there, so if you hurt yourself...
If something hurt, yeah.
Right,
Good thinking. That's good thinking, Scott.
You know I'm always looking out for you.
For the team uniform.
I got your back.
Jersey.
Yeah.
They think it's going to be fixed, but
Everybody seems like they're having a pretty good time out there right now.
This is a very lively shift.
Yes. And it generally happens that way.
We've got the Brinkmans and the Eichels here to our left. And the Rays. Joel, a ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh, again, 70 teams today. That's
awesome. It's a good start to the weekend for sure. Like I said, I believe we're going to beat that number tomorrow easily, especially with the filled up shift. And Maddie texted me, and a lot of the group is planning on coming back after bowling State in Cleveland and coming back to bowl the 5 o'clock shift. So I'm expecting several walk-in entries at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
We've got room for 36 at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
24 for the other 3 shifts.
So what are they bowling up in Cleveland?
It's the state tournament, the Ohio State tournament. It runs for a couple of months, right? 10 weeks.
It runs through the end of May, I believe.
Yeah, and
May, June.
bowlers from all over the state are up there each weekend bowling their team singles and doubles events for. And it's just like this is one weekend, and all the scores are compiled to find a champion. Those are compiled over the course of the entire 8 to 10 weeks for their state tournament. So a lot of the guys are up there doing that this weekend.
I used to live in Cleveland for 8 years. And
Oh, yeah?
I think bowling would be a great sport up there because it's so so cold and it snows.
Bowling is pretty big up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big up there. Tournament-wise, I haven't ventured up that way yet, but I'm sure I'll get up there. But I've got some buddies that are up in that way that keep them pretty busy with tournaments too. So
The Reds are still losing.
they can't score runs for the guy that gets people out. Beep beep. Yikes!
The dump button isn't working yet.
I think somebody threw a bowling ball or something and hollered duck.
Something like that.
Hot mic. He's from Columbus. He's down here the entire weekend. But he's having fun today.
So again, we will be doing this tomorrow during the 5 p.m. shift. It'll probably be a little more rowdier than where we're at right now.
Yeah,
And we are scheduled to have some special guests.
we are. Some of the past recipients are going to be with us tomorrow of this event. We're going to sit in and talk through the live streams tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be great to
That'd
have
be
their
neat.
perspective. Yeah.
Bill will be here tomorrow.
Yep, Bill gets back in. Bill Lips, who Paul mentioned earlier, is one of the guys bowling up at the state tournament, and he'll be back tomorrow to help us finish the day up. But yeah, it'd be nice. I know Danny's going to sit in. Danny Reichwein was last year, and Rob's going to be here too.
Yep.
Rob Parker. So yeah, that'll be fun. Of course, he'll be late. We got to tell him to be here early. Rob Parker's late to everything.
I told him to be here at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Danny and Jay are bowling tomorrow.
Yeah, they're bowling at 2:30.
And then after everything's all said and done with all the bowling, they will go live for the basket raffles.
Yeah, they've done very well in there today with the basket raffles. Lauren posted a picture, all the pictures of everything in there in the event page, and I shared them. There's a ton. I mean, you don't have to be here or bowl the tournament to be able to win any of the raffle baskets or bowling balls that are in there. You can just pop in, maybe grab some lunch from the food truck, get to split the pot, walk around, enjoy, meet some of the guys girls that are here bowling, and potentially win some of the raffle baskets just by looking to see what's in there. You might find something in there that you really want. And so you don't have to be a bowler in the tournament to win any of that part of it. So stop in and see us tomorrow.
That's good. I'm not a bowler.
You'll be here.
I will be here.
It's not really the finals. I guess we can't say we're in the finals this weekend.
No, but we were here for every shift.
We were. That's kind of Scott and I's little joke. We don't bowl in any tournaments that we run. Just a conflict of
Wouldn't
interest
be
kind
fair,
of thing.
right?
Yeah, I mean, if they watched me bowl, they would want me to bowl in all of them. But it's like, there's another donator. But we do the live stream every time, so that's our little running joke that every one of us me and Scott are in the finals every week of every tournament.
Got a stellar record.
Yes,
Tommy's throwing plastic.
he is throwing plastic.
Uh-oh. 2, 4, 5.
It's Natty Light six-pack
There's our
alert.
Natty Light six-pack alert.
So on the tour, when the guys on TV are doing it on Saturday, the big guys, they're sponsored by Pabst.
Okay.
And if somebody has a six in a row, it's the Pabst six-pack alert.
Oh.
And they'll put the logo up on the top of the screen, flashing, and just have some fun with it. So we've decided, being here, it's the Natty Light six-pack alert.
All right, folks, again,
I'd like to excuse the high end of the house for any obscenities that were heard on live stream.
I just heard someone holler that there was a duck outside or something.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Was that you, Brandon?
Bowling alley, I don't think so. Either way, good morning.
Good morning, Brandon.
again, folks, if you'd like to help out and hit one of those benchmarks scrolling across the top of the screen, your time is running out. Probably got about 10 minutes left before we are done with today's live stream, but we will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. You'll have your opportunity once again. I'm going to jump out and let Paul jump back in.
Okay.
Feels like we're playing musical chairs.
We are. Kind of getting here towards the end of the road here. There's only one pair that's got a little bit left to bowl, but everybody else is about done.
Yeah.
Well, I did. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's not very loud.
that headset's a little quieter.
I did a drawing for the team unicorn jersey, and as I announced it, I said it was going to sound like it's fixed because my best friend won it, which was Mike Ramsey.
Oh, well. He bowled all 4 shifts today, too, didn't he? And he's coming back tomorrow?
I'm not sure if he's coming back tomorrow
Okay.
or not, but yeah.
Are you going to do another raffle tomorrow, another
Yep.
shirt?
Yep. If anyone shows up, I'll put you in, Doc, because you got yours on, don't you? Yeah, I'll put you in tomorrow. So you may win one freely.
We got to dress his whole family, but hopefully he wins tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. I told him I know a guy.
Yeah. See, anybody that's got the unicorn T-shirt or one of the jerseys on goes in a special raffle, and they could win another one just for wearing the unicorn on their person.
It's a really fine-looking shirt, too.
Well, thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Came up with a couple of designs of my own. Todd already had one that was on his
On my personal website.
Yeah. But he helped me with. Actually, I have 3. I have one that he helped me out with. It was only supposed to have been for my team on Thursday night, and everybody see them was like, "Oh, I want one of those," and I actually ended up selling enough of them that now Bolify has them on their website as a regular jersey.
Yeah.
So,
It was one of the top sellers one week. So they said, well, if it's gonna be a top seller, we got to try to sell it around the country. So they put it on their website.
and hopefully it's doing well. And I have a third one, and I've sold 4 of those already, and I got another one that somebody wants it. And I think that's the one you want to outfit your family in, which is the striped one with the crossbones on it.
Well, we'll look at
We'll
it together.
talk,
We'll do a comparison of
kids.
them all.
They're gonna
love it.
You have a daughter, don't you?
I got 2 of them.
Oh, you have 2 daughters. I thought you had one and a son.
2 and 1.
2 and 1. Okay. Well, your son will probably want the crossbones. He won't want some regular-looking unicorn, I guess. But of course,
Yep, absolutely.
and,
He loves bowling every time we take him. He doesn't want to leave the alley. And,
and then he'll have his own bowling jersey.
Yeah.
So he'll be the cool kid.
The little guy,
He's 6.
6, yeah.
So he quit using the rail, to help him bowl. He's doing it himself.
There you go.
Well, I've got a 7-year-old, and every time she walks in here or any bowling alley, she's in charge,
Yep.
and she's not ready to leave either,
Yeah.
ever.
Did she enjoy her unicorn shirt?
Oh yeah,
It looked like
she wore it to school the other day. He sent me one of the jersey or one of the T-shirts for my daughter, and she wore it to school the other day. She's a unicorn freak. She likes all that stuff. And
Great.
I showed it to her, and she goes, "I don't like unicorns anymore." And I said, "Since when?" And she goes, "Can I wear it to school tomorrow?" Yes, you can.
So, Paul, you probably have at least 1,000 people on your Team Unicorn by now, right?
I'm guessing probably, jerseyless, I probably have hundreds, probably close to 1,000. But jerseys, I probably got at least 40, I guess, at least sold. So full-blown known unicorn is 40. Then you have the ones in back in the shadows. But they're all there. They supported me from the very beginning. And again, it's the team thing, again with bowling type of thing, but it's also my family, my extended family, and I consider them all part of it because they were the ones that helped me through this situation. Still helping me through it. Again, I don't think about it too much because you did such a wonderful job over at Docu and TCI, and I don't really think about it. The only time I really think about it is when I get winded a little bit, and when the weather changes to the cold again, it kind of gets a little stuffy on it. But I just live my life, and again, that's another thing. The reason why I want to do this for Tri Health and Good Sam was they took really good care of me, and not everybody has the benefit or the ability to get done what I got done. And again, that kind of ripped my heart situation with that, knowing that I was taken so good care of. And if somebody just doesn't have the ability to just come in and see the doctor because they can't get a ride. And again, that's why this is here.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty remarkable with you going through everything that you've been dealing with, and all the way through your attitude has been so great and so giving, and the fact that you're thinking about other people and passing it forward.
I appreciate
is
that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you can see people in this situation just kind of hole up and shell up and just keep it to themselves and not anything good. I mean, they're just going to sit there and sulk about what they've gone through or whatever, but he's not that guy. No. And it's always good to see.
So, Paul, how are you rolling it this year compared to 3 years ago?
3 years ago, bad.
Yeah.
A year ago, really good. I'm close to the mark that I have to watch that I wasn't 10 pins over my average, but I was close.
It's when those tournament directors start looking at his average. It's like, wait a minute, you're a little better than what it says on your paper.
Yeah. I actually last year or I guess it was last year's average, so it would have been 21-22. I was averaging almost 198 at Western Bowl, and for me, the average that at Western Bowl was phenomenal. And when this hit, I was out for 7 weeks. I went back, and I was lucky if I could throw the ball 11 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But I was back bowling again, and that's what I wanted. And my average dropped down to at one point it dropped down to 183, and then I got it back up to a 186 by the end of the season. That was one of the things I missed was bowling.
Yeah.
And then when I got back starting, and it was again I'd get terribly winded, and then I knew my limits. But I had to stop when I had to stop, and eventually I got the strength built back up and everything, and through the medication. And again, when I was telling you guys about getting the fluid removed from my lung, Doc, and tell you about all that fluid I got taken out of.
Yeah, he was telling us about that before you sat in. Holy cow.
It had to be close to 2 gallons of stuff over the 2 years. And but again, I had that taken out back in November, and I haven't had a problem since. But
Good.
a couple of weeks, got Doc. I got to go get another scan, and he'll tell me if I'm still on the right track or not, which I assume I am. But
I think it's going to be fine.
yeah.
I can't believe that through all that your average only dropped 10 points.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Losing all the
pretty
strength and
impressive.
everything
Yeah.
else.
It was frustrating because the first time I came back to bowl back in league, I think my high game was a 150 something, and I'm like, and my brother was one of them. He bowled here. Both of my brothers bowled here this morning. One of them was like, "Dude, you're still fighting cancer. You have no strength. You should be happy." I was like, "Yeah, I know." I said, "At least I'm back bowling. I can't expect too much." But I was still hard on myself because I knew I could do better, but I couldn't do better at that time.
Yeah.
But I'm coming back. I'm getting back to where I should be.
Well, I thought it was great to watch you. From the first day we met, you were talking a lot about bowling and have shared a lot, and I knew that was so important to you.
Yeah.
And to see that you've gotten back to your game over this time, I think that's really, really remarkable.
Yeah. And I got another guy interested in it now. It's bowling with his family a little bit now. So it's good. You become part of the bowling family, too.
Yeah,
that's right.
Along with my medical family.
I prefer to be on your bowling family, though.
Than
Hey,
the
you can
medical
be-
side.
You
Right.
can be both. Both can be true.
Yeah.
Well, they're finished right here to our left.
There's one lane left.
Yeah, just one pair left. I looked at our Venmo contributions for this afternoon, and for some reason I got a feeling we're going to double the number tomorrow.
Okay.
But it was $350, $400 today, somewhere in that
Good
neighborhood.
start. Wonderful. Every
And that
little
was
bit
just on
helps.
the Venmo side for today for people that sent in their donation. So plus what we made and split the pot, and we'll go through and figure everything else out, and
Split the pot was well today.
Yeah.
It did really well.
we'll go out and get ourselves a little rest and be ready for tomorrow.
Ride it out.
Yep. So I think that being said, go ahead and shut her down for today,
Yep.
and I can go start putting some scores in and get ourselves wrapped up so we can head home too.
Well, I think Scott and Todd, Doc sitting in with us is really great. And I can't thank them enough. And I can't thank everyone who's donated, and whether it be a lane sponsor or stuff that we're raffling off or just time donated as well. I really appreciate it, and I thank you very much.
All right. Everybody look for us tomorrow. We're going to be back on at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening for the final shift. We hope to have that as our biggest shift of the day and the tournament. We'll see. Anybody looking for spots, message me or put it right on the event page, and we'll get you set up. Other than that, everybody, we're going to go ahead and head out. We will see you tomorrow evening. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.